Hello, algebra students. This is your mandatory video that is due on Tuesday, January 20th. This lesson is not any new material. It's basically everything that we've done in combination. So we got to think on our feet. Okay, so this first one has two terms. It's got an addition, so I cannot do difference of squares, but I do notice that 6 and 9 have something in common as well as their variables. So if I do the greatest common variable between 6 and 9, I come up with 3. They both have x's. X to the first power is the lowest power of x. They both have y's. Y is the lowest power of y. So now I've got to divide everything by my GCF. So 3xy, 3xy. 9 divided by 3 is 3. X's cancel. Y squared divided by y is y. I'm going to put my GCF out front. 6 divided by 3 is 2. X squared divided by x is x. Y's cancel. Here's the answer. So that was factoring out the GCF. I knew it wasn't factoring trinomials because there were only two terms. I knew it wasn't a difference of squares because this was a plus, but I could pull out a GCF. Always start with the GCF and go from there. Here I have two terms that do not have a GCF, but they are added, so I cannot do a difference of squares. So really I can't do anything to this, so my answer is prime. That's as basic as it gets. This one has a subtraction symbol, so I can actually work this one further. And remember, this is on your formula chart. It tells you to do the square root of the front, which is 7. Have a plus sign and a minus sign, then do square root of the back. Square root of x squared is just x. There's your answer. Okay, we have a trinomial. But remember me telling you, the way that we factor trinomials, you've got to make sure that you pull out all of the GCFs. So 4, 40, and 36 all have a 4 in common. So I'm going to pull out a 4. So I'm going to divide everything by my GCF, which is b squared minus 10v plus 9. Okay? This 4 has to stay out in front of my answer, so I'm going to put it way down here so I don't forget it. Okay. Now I'm just going to factor this, and it works just the same. Front number times the back number, so I've got 9. And it's positive 9, so I know my signs are going to be the same, and they're going to be negative because my sum is negative. What two numbers multiply to be 9? Well, 9 and 1. Negative 9 minus 1 is negative 10. So I have x minus 9 and x minus 1. Well, since this has a coefficient of 1, I'm done. So I bring these down here. X minus 9, x minus 1. Alright, I've got one more to do. I notice that these all three have n's, so I can pull out an n. And let's see, they've got a 4 in common. Okay, so I'm going to divide by 4n. Okay, 8 divided by 4 is 2. N cubed divided by n is n squared. And we have minus 11n plus 7. Okay, I can now put this in my answer and work on this. This is just like one we've done today, or yesterday. So I'm going to multiply the front and the back number, which is 14. Do I have a number that multiplies to be positive 14 that adds to be negative 11? Well, let's think about it. 2 and 7, if I do them both negative, negative 2 minus 7 is negative 9. That won't work. 1 and 14, negative 1 minus 14 is not 11. That doesn't work. I don't know about you, but that's all I can think of to do 14. So this part is prime, so that's as far as we got. So I have 4n times 2n squared minus 11n plus 7. Since this didn't break down any further, that's as far as we could go, so I had to stop right there. The answer was not prime, though, because I was able to pull out a GCF. And that's all I have for you today.